First of all, I want to welcome you to another video here on my YouTube channel, Hssl DNA. I'm very appreciative for everybody who's joining me on my personal journey. But I have to constantly remind myself to mention that people have to press the like button and hit the bell notification to not miss out on further videos. Of course, these videos are about me and my personal growth, but I would like to include all of you because this is about us. We're a community, and as a community, we're always stronger. So I would appreciate if you always leave a comment. I will try to read all your comments and reply to them as fast as I can. Thank you, guys.
So originally we had all planned to stay here till the 21st, and I'm still planning to go to Cairo, but because Noor and Joe found a cheaper flight now back to Milano and from there on to Switzerland, they headed back today, and I have the flat for another 2 nights. And I extended till the 22nd. So, I'm gonna have another 2 nights here. Lorraine left her hat for me. I wanted to buy one anyway, but no, Pepe Gonzalez Iglesias III is back.
After these last few exhausting days, I decided to take it easy from now on, spend most of my time at the beach in the sun, and keep on writing on my book. I packed my stuff and headed out to Hssl Garden.
Damals lief ich vor Problemen weg. Doch fand den Fehler meistens bei mir selbst. Damals war mal, aber was ist jetzt? Ich seh die Zahl auf meinem Konto wächst. Damals lief ich vor Problemen weg. Inzwischen löst sich alles ganz von selbst. Guck, damals war mal, aber was ist jetzt? Ich werd zwar älter, aber Hunger weg.
The song you have just been listening to is a song I have been holding on for quite some while now. I literally wrote this song exactly at the beginning of the pandemic, which in hindsight is the beginning of the biggest change in my life. And honestly, I finally feel ready to take part in this life again. It certainly was a long way coming, and there will always be things that I will keep on struggling with. But for now, I certainly feel ready to create something for myself again and present my true self to the world.
Yes, hello.
There will certainly be a few more chapters and a few more vlogs of some personal issues that I want to talk with you about. But besides that, I will start creating new content that will go in a very different direction. Because even though I've started taking life really serious, which is important to understand how precious this life actually is, I know the best things in life come with ease and when you're in a flow state of mind. Ahmed, dear brother, how are you? How's life?
Really good.
I'm happy to have him here. We're the last ones left from our little gang. Hi guys, it's sunset time. You'll find us on the roof of our lovely Airbnb. Noor and Joe traveled back to Switzerland. They must be back in the mountains now. I think there was a small blizzard, they had some snow. Should have been some chaos in Switzerland, but everything melted, so they're good again. And yeah, I'm left here in Dahab by my little self, Ahmed by my side. We're gonna have a lovely evening going out to Coral Coast, gonna have a good burger, and maybe I'll have 1-2 beer. You know guys, I don't drink often, but sometimes you have to enjoy life. Lovely day, very peaceful. I slept a bit longer than I usually do. We always woke up 8 o'clock, went running towards the mountains up there, always to our viewpoint. Ahmed laughing why we're so crazy. He's like, rather chill, don't go running, right? Why you go running? Who needs sports? Come, chill, sit down, make yourself feel comfortable. But yeah, that's what I did today. I rested a bit, but had a very peaceful time. The last days, especially at the Blue Lagoon, were beautiful. We had so much fun. The ride out itself with the boat was hilarious. With our crew of 14-year-old crew members in the middle of the ocean. The motor stopped. We needed oil. But at the end, everything went well. And I enjoyed my time there a lot. It's very peaceful. And I think in the future, when I come to Egypt and I come to Dahab, the Blue Lagoon is going to be a place where I will spend more time off-grid, without any internet, any connection. Just you and yourself and nature, because it's really peaceful. And it's something I've been looking for the last couple of years. And I found like 3-4 spots in my top 5 now that I will include in my yearly travel in my life. Because as I always say, people try to differ between their life and vacation. And for me, this is the same. It represents the same person I always am. So why should I differ between my life and vacation? I've always tried to combine both. My biggest dream was to earn money and constantly keep on traveling, to decide where I want to be, where I want to live myself, and not be dependent on one city or one country. And Dahab is definitely a place where I will come in the future more often. Even though I've been here now, I think it's my 4th time, but I haven't explored around Dahab so much, and I didn't know there are some really beautiful places, so peaceful around the desert, that I want to include in my yearly travels. And since I feel the need of being creative again and putting my passion back into things I used to love, you can also expect my content and my output to change.
Yeah, at the end of the day we keep pushing. At the end of the day we keep pushing. Might shake but not shooken. I got to keep pushing. At the end of the night we keep grinding. When the sun goes down we keep shining. I got to keep pushing. Yeah, I got to keep pushing. Woke up feeling brand new. Paid rent last night, ain't no bills due. Birds chirping outside, it look beautiful. Let me get up on this grind as usual. Ain't no sleep when I'm on a mission. You already know that I got ambition. Since a teen, always had a vision. Hustle through the struggle, that's my tradition. Yeah, from the concrete to the blue skies. We gon' go hard, we gon' reach high. Facing every challenge, every dark valley. Got my eyes on the prize, nothing they can tell me. Even in the shadows or the background, I'ma push through, never back down.
After a really good dinner with Ahmed and a short stop at the local munchie station, we headed back to our Airbnb. Ahmed was really such a chilled guy, and when I spent time with him, I mostly had a smile on my face. He took life so easy and actually never seemed to worry about anything. Normally I would have walked back at the beach because it's not really far, but Ahmed was so lazy and full of food that he decided to take a cab. But exactly these interactions and experiences with local people is what I appreciate so much when I travel.
Good morning, guys. I slept way longer than I wanted. I was out with Ahmed yesterday. Had a nice burger, nice dinner. Then we went off to get some fruit shakes and sweets, and oh my god, my belly. So I slept longer than I wanted, but I'm gonna take my early morning run now.
It was already 10 o'clock and I'm standing here and talking about early morning.
Sun is shining, it's really warm. That's why actually I wanted to go at 8, 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock now, so way hotter than I like it.
This Airbnb was really beautiful, and Nagy, the landlord, was one of the most chilled guys ever. So I could imagine staying here more often when I travel to Egypt in the future.
No wind going. It's the afternoon midterm heat, but no excuses. If I overslept, it's my own fault. Normally I go early, like 8, 9 o'clock, when it's still cool. But I gotta go anyway. I skipped running for a few days, but gotta do it now. So pack my stuff and off we go. I'm leaving this flat now. I'm moving down because I extended for another night. I'm gonna leave tomorrow and head on to Cairo. So I have another flight. Okay guys, this might be my last run in Dahab for this season. Because I'm leaving tomorrow, I'm flying to Cairo for a few days. So last run, I'm gonna enjoy it. One last time standing on the mountain point, on the viewpoint looking down on the ocean. So see you in a bit.
Wir tragen Pflaster auf der Seele, so wie Nelly. Alles läuft, alles neu, alles ready. Wir haben Baggies in den Baggies. Nach wie vor, nach wie vor.
This has been my first release in 7 years, and I would appreciate it if you stream it to the max. Pflaster auf der Seele out now on all streaming platforms. So check it out and give me some feedback.
Nach wie vor, nach wie vor. Ich fang jetzt ganz von vorne an, denn ich hab nichts mehr zu verlieren. Ich hab den Drip, den du nicht kennst, in mir stand Wasser schon bisher.
Wow guys, to do this in one run, without stopping before the mountain is nuts. But we're doing this.
Metaphorically, this mountain feels like the mountain I have been climbing for the last 5 years. always taking one step at a time and trying to not fall back. But for a long time it really felt like the top of the mountain is not reachable because I couldn't see an end. But honestly, which option do you actually have when you hit rock bottom in life? When you look at it, it actually seems way easier to keep your head down from that moment and never get up again. Because it takes a lot of strength and resilience to constantly get up again when life hits you to the ground. But it is certainly something every human has to deal with in his lifetime at a certain point. But somehow resilience has turned into one of my strongest character traits in the last couple of years. But one thing I've definitely never lost, no matter how life has been, is the gratitude and the appreciation of being alive at all. And being blessed with the gift of experiencing what it means to be alive. And even though I would love to turn back the hands of time, because a lot of experiences have been so painful that they have changed me forever. But it also made me realize that being happy at the end is literally just a decision we make.
Man, it's crazy. Literally all my life I've heard people saying, it's not worth it taking shortcuts in life, because at the end you have to take the much longer path. And I've been confronted with this physically in my life the last year so much. And I always knew it. I'm also somebody that likes to push himself and take the difficult route. But everybody knows if you have the chance to take an easier route or get through it with less pain, we tend to do that. And if I think about my school time, how I prepared for for my exams and everything, I always did the minimum and tried to reach the highest results, which is just not possible. You definitely have to put in some work. But in the last years I have learned, I have understood, I have implemented the philosophy of hard work pays off at the end. And this run in the morning is a good example for it, because there's always a point where I say to myself, I'm done, I don't have to do it today, I can do it tomorrow, let's turn around here. Or in front of the mountain, like 5 minutes before I wanted to stop and just walk, and I said, come on, you can walk up, nobody will know. But this is your inner always thinking, talking with you. And it's not about shutting that off, because you will never have the possibility, you will never be able to shut that inner voice off. But you can learn to ignore it. It will always be there, and it will always give you advice, and it will also help you in certain situations. But to learn and to know when you should listen to it and when not is the most important thing I've learned.
Damals lief ich vor Problemen weg, doch fand den Fehler meistens bei mir selbst.